So, you don't know, people, welcome back to this week's Tubecast. You don't know me, Sister Flicks, and
Cannabis 420.
So, people, I just want to thank everybody that saw the question and joined in by sending their voice notes and their messages, etc., and took part in the poll that was posted. So the question was, can women live without men?
Ooh.
So I know my response, but through this Tubecast, we're gonna be sharing what everybody has said, everybody that took part, what all their voice notes, all their messages, and then I also got some information that I found like online, some things that I didn't actually know before, so maybe you guys might be learning something as well. So right through this journey with us, just you're gonna have to get your cup of tea, I don't know, your wine,
honey.
Wine, honey, or something, your rum, whatever, a shot of rum, I don't know.
Light something up.
Okay. I can't. But you're going to have to do something. So until then, what we're going to do, we're going to listen to somebody's voice note. So listen up.
Hey, sit down, just knock it. You understand? The real fighter jet, you know what I mean? Knock it, fighter jet representing Sister Flicks. Watch your Flicks TV.
Yeah, this is like the $1 million question, isn't it? I think, yes, women can live without men because they're just a bloody headache, ain't they, really? But at the same time, they do bring a lot of joy to your life. It's a bit of a confusing one, so yes and no, but I will say they can live without men.
Can a woman live without a man? Why, it's a bit of a sticky one still, but to me, relationships are a want and need thing, innit? Like most girls tell themselves that I need a man. Get me? You don't need a man. You want one. That's the difference.
I believe a woman can live without a man. If she pays her own bills, she's working, maintaining herself. And if sometimes you want your own peace of mind, yeah, meaning sometimes when you have a partner, it's different, from when you don't have one. You understand? Having a partner, sometimes you come like you have to be, they're like a baby, and you have to be their mother. And when you don't have one, you don't have to do that. You have peace of mind. It's good and it can be bad, It's good, yeah, you have one, and if everything work out good, but I believe a woman can live without a man. Once she's doing everything for herself, she can do without a man. If sex is not the main priority in her life, then yes, she can live without a man.
Of course, women can live without men. We've been doing it for years. Back in the day and in the future, ain't not gonna change. What else? Women are businessmen, business women, should I say? My apologies. You know what I mean? They can do just as much as men. That's what I mean, and that's what I want to say personally. So yeah.
Alright, reason why I say that, alright, not saying a woman can't really do without a man, same like what man can do without a woman, but the reason why I say that because having someone stronger side, like for go through, for build a foundation, it will be more easier with a woman and with a man when you have two person level headed that try to go through life and set a right foundation. It will work, but not saying can't do without. Well, me that say we can't do without a woman because we always need a level headed the same like when I just have a man around, the man figure and them stuff. Do you get me?
So yes, people, some great voice notes there. So before we get any further into obviously what we're saying and what people are saying, I found some stuff online. As I said before, some of the stuff I wasn't actually aware of. So, on The Guardian, the 9th of July 2009, an article by Tanya Gold, she wrote, would a world without men really be so bad? Because basically the gist of the article was that scientists are now claiming that they can make sperm in a lab.
Oh.
Right? So we don't actually need a man now to have a baby, and that's away from like sperm banks and all of that. What they're actually doing now, well, what they have been doing since before 2009, what they do is they take like some bone marrow from out of your spine, and then they create it into sperm.
Ouch.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing now. Another part of the article is that had to be done because from obviously World War One, eventually through to World War Two, etc., etc., the government was taking, the husbands and, the sons out of the eldest son out of the household to go and fight war.
Yeah.
So obviously, if it was a case of all the men had died, what would we have done as a female species to carry on before the human race would have been extinct?
But it's just a hard one because Miro with the natural shits and that, it's just unnatural.
It's unnatural, but there's nothing that's natural anymore.
But if it's supposed to go so, then you wouldn't have to have operation and stuff. No.
Well, on the other side is, okay, we say that, but then there's women that can't have babies and they have to go through these scenarios.
Why I believe a lot of people probably want to get at me for it, but y'all know how it is. I think if you can't have them, maybe it's your calling to help someone who doesn't have a parent, maybe.
Yeah. So don't go through like the...
Yeah, like if you see me in the next 3 years, I'm still Nana Pitney. I'm going to give someone else the blessing. Who never had a parent and what... Because there's too many orphanage out there. There's way too many.
Yeah. But in our culture...
You like my script.
They're going to say, you know what? When I take up no jacket now.
I know, but boy.
It's the truth. Don't shoot me for the truth.
No, but it's only the truth, innit? But I saw it was still. At least they have that option for persons who really don't like it, don't want to, and they really want it coming from them, even though it's the same love anyway. But some people like to feel that natural, push out and what's not. So I guess, but it's gotta be an easier way than that. You go to sperm bank.
Oh no, that's a definite no for me.
No, yeah, definitely no for me. But taking peace out of you. Ow.
Alright, so on truthort.com, because I said no, this can't be real.
Yeah.
I went on the next article.
Really?
That was done by truthort.com. So they was talking about the dying chromosomes to say that the male species is dying out anyway. So then I noticed a part where it was talking about the sperm. So it says, although the male species won't necessarily go extinct, this doesn't mean we need men to survive. Women can actually produce their own sperm taken from bone marrow cells. You see, it was just confirmed.
But you notice them say survive, don't not live.
Yeah.
Because we could be living in a house now and we've got no money, broke as a bitch, but we'll survive. What are we living? Do you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
It's easy to survive without a man. But
you know what I mean?
Do you want to live?
Do you want to live? Okay, so we'll get onto that.
Yeah.
So what do you think, personally, can we live without men?
Men. Right. Yes, we can live without men. Physically, we can. Spiritually, if you really know yourself, you wouldn't really want to. Because balance and all, energies complement each other. The whole yin and yang, where I'm getting at with this. Spiritually, I feel like I wouldn't even want to live without a man. Spiritually, energies, connection. Physically, we're out here. Girl, you see Canamas 420. Girl, you be seeing that. Girl, ain't no man behind that.
Okay, so since we're talking about the difference between survival and actual living,
Yeah.
because I knew you was gonna say that.
I know you knew.
I know you're a smart ass like that.
I know.
So I found another article called OpenDemocracy.net.
Okay.
Right. So established in 2004, it was described that there was that a refuge for women looking to start anew became more popular.
Yeah.
So living independent lives with their children, free from male oppression, abuse, and other inequities. In 2015, writer Julie visited the village and wrote in The Guardian about a unique place where women can live without fear of male violence. So, surprisingly or not, there are a lot of places around the world, especially I think they're named in some parts of Africa and mostly in North America.
Oh, for women.
Where there are some women only and lesbian communities which were established in 1970s and 80s that still exist today.
Girl.
More popular in Alpine, in Alpine in Alabama in the US. Yeah, so to answer from an article point of view, women have been living without men for a long time now.
And you know, I noticed how they just want to get it out there before, you know me, I speak it out as I'm not as professional. I'm not having a problem with nobody, yeah? Okay. So I noticed how this says women and lesbian.
Yeah.
Now this thing that I'm having, people, they're just trying to cut off man and woman thing, yeah.
Yeah, I think
it's not. They've been trying to do it from we're not even supposed to be here right now. Do you know what I mean? That's why the world's at war. Because we're not even supposed to be here right now. They're just trying to cut things off. It's all good and dandy, you know, having the women's thing for protection and what's not, which is good because there's some demons out there.
Yeah.
You know, we ain't gonna say there's
places where women are very oppressed.
But why do they always have to throw that in there? Like, man and woman, this, that, the other. Yeah. All right, do what you want. Woman and woman, do what you want. But we're taking it back to facts when we're talking about yin and the yang and the energies and the connection. Yeah. It's not happening. The world will end if that's what they want, how it's going. Do you know what I mean?
The world will ending.
You know, we've let people, you know, be happy and what's not. But why are you creating like these camps to keep people away from men? But not only away from men, just put women in there that like women then.
No. It's not a government controlled camp. It's women actually segregating themselves from the male population because of oppression. Remember, there's lots of countries and places around the world where women still cannot vote.
Yeah, I know.
And just beaten for no reason at all.
So that's why I said it's good to have them things, but
I think it's the way that the article was worded.
Yeah, and they probably just, you know, some people ain't spiritual. So there can't be spiritual people in that camp. I'll tell you that 100. So that's the difference. You know what I mean? We can survive without them. Do you know what I mean? But if you're aware of your spiritual self, you ain't gonna be in that camp.
Well, for me, it's either kill or be killed, and these women that are segregating themselves away, they just don't want to be killed.
Well,
so.
when you see them take the time and meditate and get to know themselves, and so they find out that we're stronger than men.
Yeah, but alright, then it takes it down to because you know I watch a lot of crime shows and ones with death penalties and all of that. And recently I was watching. It was someplace in Texas, and the woman was being abused by the man, like, consistently.
Oh, is that the woman she killed him?
And she killed him.
Yeah.
And then she got the death penalty.
Yeah, I saw it.
For defending herself, because the man killed her and her son.
And this is the thing,
and she was only defending herself. So for me, I don't. When I see things like there are, women only communities, I can sympathise and understand why. Could I do that? No, but
it's there for the persons that need it, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's there for the persons that need it.
Because it's like if you do try to retaliate, because you know what Rick Ross said, retaliation is a must.
But this is the thing, though.
You get crucified for that.
It. Self-defense. Because I tell you right now, and everyone knows, I'll be catching that sentence for my nephew if anyone put his hands up. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you.
And then if we're getting in trouble for it, self-defense. But this is the thing with man and woman, it's a mad world and the way things work, and it's not really as equal as things are made out to be. Yeah. And that's why I have to say spiritually. Because when we're physically, we're here, we're living it, we can't do nothing about certain things.
Yeah.
That's why it's a difference, but we definitely can live without them physically. I have to add it. Laugh. Because spiritually, you're going to have a limit then if it's just you alone, innit?
Okay, so I got a message from someone. I'm just going to say anonymously because I don't know if persons want me to call their names or not. So one of the messages was, yes, most women can do more for themselves than a man, but the Bible say, leave mother and father and cleave to your husband, so I'm in between.
Okay.
So as it goes back to what you were saying, yes we can, and yes we have been doing it for a number of years, but are we supposed to? It's not natural.
Well, this is it. And big up yourself, Booker T, because that was his response.
As well.
You can, but it's not natural.
Please read Booker T's response.
Okay. He said it's not natural, but yes. So that's exactly what we were just talking about, do you know what I mean?
You don't know, big up yourself, Booker T. Everyone, I know, comment. I know you're probably at the edge of your seats right now with your glass of something. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Don't just, listen
and share.
Make sure you share as well. Do you get what I'm saying? So another one of my paris. She said, I think women can live without men, but men always are pursuing women, which make it hard to do. However...
I like that. That's funny.
Yeah, she said, which make it hard to do. However, I think we shouldn't aspire to this. Mm-hmm. Instead, we should be making better decisions about the men we date.
Yeah.
Girl.
It's all about the decision you make,
All about this decision. And also, take some accountability for when alright, you've picked someone, the person ain't working out, you blame the person, but you already don't see the signs from the beginning. Yeah. You know the person. But you're still blaming the person. You was the one that carried on.
And you carry on.
Exactly. You know what? I'm going to put my business out there a little bit. And I know Maestro will probably scream at me through
bro.
through the YouTube. But, like when we're having our little... What's it called? Like our little... Just say arguments then. Our little dispute.
Debates.
That's it. And it turned into a little argument. So he's like, I'm not doing this with you. But... Obviously, in his way, like, no, I do this with you, I do this with you, all the way while he's doing it with me. Yeah. So about half an hour later, we're still doing it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
Not a joke.
And I'm right dying inside when he's saying it, because I'm just like, it's alright, because I'm gonna have you here for the next half an hour.
Meanwhile, I said, Mananda, this video,
I still do it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so someone else says, no, women cannot live without men because men give women comfort in a different way.
Yeah, but it depends. It all goes back to need and what you need and what you want, because everyone wants to be, everybody wants to feel a certain way and have a certain connection with someone. But you don't need it. Sometimes it's just what you're feeling, what you're craving, and not exactly what you want. And that's why some people get their
Exactly. Alright, for me personally, obviously I got, you know, my sisters, my friends,
Yeah.
and whatever. The only thing that we do different is we're not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that I do differently with my...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because we go cinema, we go out, we go to dinner, we chill, we talk about everything and anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? The only thing we don't do is that.
Yeah, and that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a different sort of... You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, yeah, that's what I feel like I agree in that, like, man give woman a different comfort, because I can't get that comfort from you. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a different situation. So
me not sit there and stroke no girl face.
at that me I said to
Aye.
since me now run my finger through
No,
your accent,
man, me don't wanna. Listen, you find me in the corner of my room.
What is rocking? I say, sis, not did that. I'm dying inside.
Inside, man.
Okay, so someone else says yes and no. Both need each other, but women are also strong creatures. If it comes to the test, I think we can live without men. Ow, ow. Ow, oh, ow. Understood. Another one says, my honest opinion, fam, neither one can live without the other because I believe they are things that make up both individual parties, which allow them to be unique, but also allows them to be in sync with each other.
This is it.
For the circle of life to work.
See, they big up yourself. Big up yourself.
True.
No, it is.
So
that's
people,
right.
tell us what you're thinking.
And then we've got one next one.
Go on.
Okay, my friend now, she says yes. My mum single-handedly raised two, not one, two ADHD children, less than 13 months apart.
Wow.
Your mum is a legend.
Legend.
Your mum's a legend.
Legendary.
And you see the examples I'm saying? Physically, we can do it. Sometimes we ain't got no choice.
Ah.
Do you know
So
what
it
I mean?
brings it back to World War One, and them shits there.
Yeah, physically,
when
sometimes
the
you ain't got
husband
choice.
and the eldest one was taken from the household, women had no choice but to live without men. They had to do everything.
Well, this is it. No choice. They never just dropped down dead after one day of not doing it. They done it.
They done it. So, just like today, put up one shelf.
I see them.
And I'm not very good when it comes to handy
But
stuff
you done
like
it.
that. But I did it. There was no man around to
You know
do
what I'm
it.
saying? Apparently that was a man's job.
Exactly. But we did it. I like fast cars. Apparently only men can drive.
But they ain't saw you then.
I know!
Listen.
So I'm saying, so there are things that they say it's only for men to do, and women have been doing it. Do you get what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
I think certain parts of history have been rewritten, whether we like it or not. Someone else has put, yes, my reason is, if I as a woman has been hurt by men in the past and had tried many relationships and they all failed, then that woman would then decide to just live alone and have nothing to do with men. Second, physical abuse in the past can also lead to a woman to live alone without any men due to past abuse.
Yeah.
So this reverts back to the articles that I found, with the women living in women only refuge camps and communities, etc., etc.
Can women live without men? This can go either way. This can go two ways for me personally. If you are an independent person like I am, so I work as hard as a man would. I can take care of my bills, I can take care of my household, I can take care of my everything financially, then no. But then if you are a female that needs emotional support, financial support, physical support, then you might disagree that yes, women need men. But if you're looking at it from a point of view where you can do everything in life a man can do for you, then no. But if you are a female that see yourself as a housewife, no, then no, a woman cannot live without men, because at the end of the day, if you want to be a housewife, who's going to take care of the bills? Who's going to take care of the financial aspect of it? So it can go two ways. But me personally, they can live without a man, a physical man in the house. That is a yes for me, because like I said, if you can provide for yourself and for your children, which a lot of single moms out there doing, then of course a woman can live without a man.
Yeah, we all need each other. And the nay would go for those just get fed up and just decide that them can't bother.
I say yes, but really neither sex can live without each other. We both do, to a degree, need each other for our not only survival but for productivity. You know, because men are strength, women are intelligence. Do you get what I'm saying? And these days, women are taking on too much masculinity because of the over feminine men that we are now faced with. I think when you are referring to a man, you need to be specific because as me personally, I feel like the man of like the 80s is the man that's more desirable than the man of the 21st century. You know, like a man from the 80s was able to build, construct, provide, maintain himself, and so on. Then you've got the men of the 21st century that are more beautified than the women. Do you get what I'm saying? Like they're more feminine, they're more emotional, they're soft. Do you get what I mean? And that to me is not masculine. Not saying that a man can't be emotional, then it makes him weak, but in my personal opinion, I feel like they're over feminized. Do you get what I'm saying? So in this day and age, yes, a woman can survive without a man because she's able to take on both gender roles by providing, maintaining, nurturing, and so on and so forth. But in hindsight, no, we do need each other. But I hope you get what I mean, babe.
Just to expand on that, I mean, some females are financially dependent, they're emotionally dependent. So if they don't have that male presence in their life living with them, then they can't really move on, they can't go far, they can't do day-to-day activities, they can't operate on their own. Then they would say yes, they need a man. But if you are emotionally strong or emotionally independent, financially independent, you kind of do things on your own yourself, you've never had that, dependency, then no, you don't need a man, because at the end of the day, what you have to think about as well, what a man is going to bring to your life, and if you do have a man, what is that man bringing to your life? If you're bringing everything that you need to your life already, what aspect would a man fulfill? So technically, no, women don't need men, but at the end of the day, it does depend on what that woman is looking for from a man and what that man brings to the table for that woman. So it kind of works both way. Technically they don't, but if an aspect of your life is missing, if that emotional connection with somebody is missing, then yes, they do need a man, but not dependent on a man for that emotional aspect of life. But yeah.
Okay, so when I asked the question on Facebook, the vast majority agreed. They said yes, women can live without men. We had 14 votes for yes and 3 votes for no. On Instagram, it was literally the same. I had about 90% that said
I think mine was
yes,
15 as well.
and 90% said yes and 10% said no. So F Your Feelings 843 on Instagram says no, because women would get too bored of not getting on men's nerves. So he's looking at it from a comedic side.
Don't make me laugh.
They say we love to get on man's nerves.
Yeah, but when we don't get on your nerves,
yeah,
you do shit for us. You want us to get on your nerves.
Exactly.
We don't want to get on your nerves, you know.
Exactly.
But you want us to get on your nerves.
It's like you think that we just wake up and be like, how can we get on his nerves today?
Yeah, like we have time for that. Anybody got no time for that?
Anybody got time for that?
Nah, man.
Okay, so someone else put, and I don't know why they messaged me this, but they put, women have friends, their hands, family, and sex toys. So in other words, we can live without men. I can't be bothered, you know.
Again, though, not natural.
Not natural, but we see what you're saying. If we had to, it's there, and technology's upgraded us.
Sure.
Okay, so someone else put on IG, yeah, I do think women can live without men. I feel most women can and are independent these days, a lot more than back in the day. Of course, it's nice to have a man in your life, but not having one doesn't hold you back.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
It's true, though.
As Rose says, these niggas try to hold me back. These hoes try to hold me back. Yeah, so you can't really hold us back. Guys, don't forget to comment what you feel. Obviously, if you disagree with us, mention it, let us know so we can have this debate. Again, we can have a part 2. Sis, I believe you have something as well.
Yes, pick up yourself, sis. So we have one more. Sis said it's possible for a while, but no, we need both energies in life when the time and the energy is right.
It's called a balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
The circle of life, but we need a balance. We need the positive and the negative, which is, you know, we have the chromosomes that make up male and female. We have chromosome Y, and I think, is there one X? Could be X. Yeah, Y and X. So we need that balance in life. So we can't, even though the male species get on our nerves sometimes, we can't completely like wipe them out because we need them. Or we want them rather, we don't need them.
And then when you have this connection, this actual connection, you find out these niggas, you didn't actually need them. You wanted them because you've actually found what you need because you weren't looking for it. It was just naturally, the energy was just there. And then you find out y'all ain't getting on each other's nerves. Y'all ain't fighting. All these stuff. Because why? It's a balance.
It's a balance of life.
But, yeah, guys.
As you know from biblical days and even before that, you know, like, just use the Noah's Ark story. The animals, everybody came in 2 by 2.
Hurrah. 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. I actually don't know the rest.
But you get what I'm saying, you get the drift.
No,
everything came in 2 by 2, so it wasn't, you know, female and female or male and male.
True.
It was male and female. 2 by 2. Same with the
2
animals.
always 2 stick stronger than 1, innit?
Exactly. So, you know what? I think that answers our question.
Yeah.
For me, it sums it up as, yes, we can live without them, but naturally it's not right to.
Yeah.
So I feel like for the single ladies that, you know, like one of the messages where, you know, like when women have been hurt or abused in the past, they don't want to live with a man. Completely understandable, respectable, we respect that. But for single women who maybe just kind of distancing themselves from the male species, it's about making better choices. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you know he was a roadman. Why are you moaning now your door's getting busted in?
Exactly. You knew
this
the
before.
lifestyle.
You know one of them ones?
You knew he was a party man. You knew he was this, you knew he was that. But you chose to be there. So just not sounding insensitive. Take some accountability and make better choices. And then maybe you wouldn't feel like you have to live without a man now because you feel like men ain't shit. Let me drift away from them. Just make better choices. And at the end of the day, nobody's perfect.
Sure.
So, yeah. But that's my summary of that. What you got to say, sis?
I agree with everybody still, like me say, physical, not physical. So, everybody's right, really. We've seen it happen. Amount of times. Like, I grew up around my mum and my dad, but there's a certain age where they're separated. I'm still... I've been telling my mum she done birthed a legend, you know, sis. You know them ones? But it is nice to have a unit. You can't always have it, but you're still going to survive. So go on, hold it. Yeah?
I will survive.
Don't make me laugh. You know, I have to drink this water before I even try and sing that with you.
Oh, gosh.
Remember, we got artists in the building, you know, guys.
So, yes, people, until the next time, take care of yourselves.
Don't forget to like,
comment,
share,
subscribe, all of that. And don't forget to add us up on Instagram and Facebook, Cannabis420, Sister Flicks TV. You don't know the maths. Alright, people. Peace.
Later.